Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys, I have another mail call opening for you guys today. We got, let's count here, let's practice French today. I've done Spanish recently, but let's try French. Andrew Quaxa Sanksi Set. See, there's an old song my my aunt, who's French, taught me. It was like Andrew Quaxa Sanksi Set Violette Violette. It was an old little song she taught me for like she knew in kindergarten. So I'm trying to learn French too. But yes, we got to practice my skills for you guys. But yes, I probably butchered the French language there very badly. Sacre bleu! But whatever. Vive la France. So we got a couple things to open up today, guys. There's a couple interesting things we'll be getting probably today. Some of the things that you should be expecting. Now, there's a couple deck profiles I've been meaning to get to, guys. I have just been very busy this summer, and I haven't had time to really just be at home when I get home from, you know, school and everything. Plus, at the same time, I've been catching up this summer playing a lot of old school games. Playing a whole bunch of other things. I've been playing Seto Kaiba on the Sims game. Yes, Seto Kaiba as a sim from the Sims game. So I've been in my family, so I've been doing a whole bunch of different things. But yeah, there's a couple decks I want to work on, guys, for you. I still got a whole bunch more I got lined up, and I hopefully can get them to tomorrow. So the first deck that I'm looking at, what I got right here in my hand, involves a deck that I've wanted to build for some time because it's a good anti-meta deck, and it's very cheap to build. When I looked at it, I was like, you know what, I like this deck. It's a pretty good deck, and with card demise and things like that, and I saw Yugi No talking about it after I brought the cards, I was like, you know, it's a good deck just to invest in. It's always got some value to it, and that is Evil Swarm. So you have 1 Kirkleon, 3 Infestation Pandemic, DT Rare, zoom in. Oop, I zoomed out. My bad. Zoom. I'm trying to get the thing to focus. 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 Use the focus, Luke. Yes, use the focus. So, Infestation, 1 Bohamage, because he's actually pretty good. 3 Caster, which is pretty good. 3 Ophion. I like 3 because depends upon the deck. The duel and what you're doing, you can sometimes go through 3 of them. But it's a deck that I've never been really into. I never liked it, I always found that it was kind of situational. But if you play the deck as I tested online in heavy back row in a format looking into the future, like I kind of like, it may be a good deck to just play around at locals and make some noise, but it's not supposed to be a meta deck by any stretch of the imagination. But it's just a good anti-meta deck if you build it properly, and that's what I want to try to do. To combat things like monster effects, which is the downfall of Evil Swarm Ophion. But yeah, and then we got some other stuff. We got here stuff for Dark Magician here, which got reprinted. I'm so happy they reprinted this. I even called this when they were going to reprint it, but I got 2 Ebanon Illusion Magician. I still have my ulti that I got as a show and jump promo like 2 years ago. Or a year and a half ago. It's been a long time, but this I was very happy. This is more important than literally Ebanon the Illusion Magician is more important than the new level 7 XYZ that's silent. Dark Magician's getting. I would say this is a 2 of, or 3 of even, and the other one's maybe a 1 of or a 2 of, depending upon the build you want to build. But this is very important, and this would have been a very, it's just as an ulti right now, even with the reprint, it's like a $23, $25 card. It probably would have gone up, even though Dark Magician won't be meta. It's nostalgia. Nostalgia sells in Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, look at the last year. Look at Red Eyes. Look at Blue Eyes stuff going up now. You know, it happens. Toons. You know, nostalgia is expensive in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Konami, I think, over the last year has learned that, which is kind of a good thing. It makes me kind of happy, but at the same time, the secondary market does not make me happy. But I got just the Dark Magician stuff when it came out in the special edition last year, when Breaker of Shadows came out. Ooh, there's 2 things in here. You know, I got the hollows for these 2 because it was Dark Magician stuff. So like you see here, I got 2 Dark Magician Robe. I don't think I'm going to run Dark Magician Robe in the deck, but I just got it because it's hollow and it looks really nice, and I may run it as a 1 over 2 of, and it was like 75 cents what the heck. And then I did get one card because I just love the artwork of it. And that is Scapegoat. Ooh, it's creepy, I know. But no, I just got this card because I like the artwork. It looked cool as a holo. It's probably just gonna be in my, you know, collection. I'm never probably gonna ever use this, but yeah. Some Dark Magician stuff we got there. Evil Swarm stuff. That's what you're seeing right now. Hopefully we get the other deck that I'm trying to work on. That little ass safe. Yeah, here it is. Labradoodle. I don't know why I always call him Labradoodle, but Labrador. So we got a Labrador Dragon. Now you may say, why the heck Saito did you get a Labrador Dragon? Okay, this is not for Dark Magician. This is not for Blue Eyes White Dragon. This is for none of those. This is for a deck that is my favorite deck of all time. And as spells have become more prevalent, I've been wanting to update that deck and make it very viable. And that's pretty much Heraldic Dragon Horus deck. Or I know it's, some people call it Disaster Dragons. It has different names throughout the year. But I want to play Heretics with Horus level 8 in it. Because you can get Horus level 8 out very easily with a Tum. As you've seen, I got some of those Heraldic cards, and I was trying out some other cards like Labradoodle here, and just other stuff in general that I'm trying to build with the deck. And I'm just waiting for a couple of those cards to still come in the mail, so I either got them in this mail call, or I will get them probably when you see next week's mail call. One or the other. I got this card too, because I thought this would just be a card to be a good investment in for the future. So this card is like $1.50 right now. And I can only see this card going up, and I look at it, and I look at it, and I look at it, and I keep saying, this card is going to be a good side deck card in the future. And I've talked to people at locals about it, and they seem to agree that this card will have potential in the future. And that is Unwavering Bonds. When your opponent activates a Pendulum Monster's effect, or any effect of a card in the Pendulum Zone, negate the activation if you do banish that card. There's no downside except that it's a trap and it's a counter trap, and it really hurts pendulum decks. And it's $1 to $2. It's $1.50. I got these for $1.50, and you know you can buy them for $2 probably, or whatever, like $3. It's a good investment. If you can pick these up, because when pendulums come back eventually in a vengeance mode, this is a very good side deck card against them. And I was even trying out online with Ophion with this. It was good. So I do like it as a 2 of, like in the side deck, so that's why I got 2 of them. So that is what we got for today's mail call video, guys. I would highly suggest picking up Unwavering Bonds. People really underestimate that card, and I'm surprised that it's very, very cheap right now. I think it's probably because everybody's hyping up everything else, but this is a good side deck against pendulums going forward into the future. It's a cheap bet. It's a good bet. It banishes the pendulum. It doesn't get destroyed. It doesn't go. You don't have to worry about coming back. It's a nice card. But yeah, so we got pretty much Unwavering Bonds, a good side deck. We got our Dark Magician support for the future that's coming out in about a month. We got our Labradoodle for Heretics. And then we got our Evil Swarm cards, which pretty much caster some of the important ones right there. So some Evil Swarm cards for the deck that I'm probably going to build in the future, because I just want to build Evil Swarms and be that evil guy. And he's a dragon too, so I have to love him, even though I hated him, but I loved him in Dragon Rule format. I remember when I first played against this card, I was like, this card's so broken, and now I look back on it and I'm like, oh, you're not as broken. But if played properly, can win you games and matchups in today's game and age. Especially against pendulum decks that summon a lot of big monsters. So yeah. Till next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.